we got to brush off our repo study. You do this in May, like in the second week when the kids are half asleep. What does our audience need to know about the why of this repo crisis?
Yeah, I think it's just there's a lack of overnight dollars right now, partially because perhaps the whole world was expecting the Fed to cut rates. So it's possible that short-term players put money to work longer than the overnight market. It could be something more serious than that. It could be some kind of a lack of trust.
Well, I've been saying that all morning, but it could be the unknown. If you go to Zvi Bodie's classic textbook, there's nothing in there on this as well. We're going from QE to QT. Did we just learn it's not going to be a smooth transition?
No, and I think that's part of it. The fact is the Federal Reserve and the other central banks have created this nanny state that...
oh, I love that. I'm going to steal that.
that it's very easy to make money in this market if you're a company. And, we calculate that more than 10% of companies outstanding are zombies, just because it's so simple to borrow money very, very cheap or negative and make no profit. So that's created an environment where backing away, or QT, is going to create some disruption.
Okay, but what do you mean disruptions, Jack, in the sense that people will go bust? And how many? Are we talking like 20%, 30% of the market?
Well, if you look at zombie companies, it's 10% of the U.S. market, 13% of the world market. So I think most of this concentrated in Europe, where, of course, we've got negative overnight rates, perhaps Japan, negative overnight rates. It's remarkable to me if you look at potential GDP. So this is where, and we know that potential GDP in the U.S. is around 2%, and we happen to be growing at around 2%. But potential GDP, growth of the workforce plus productivity in Japan, is negative 2%. In other words, recession is the new expansion in many parts of the developed world. And the investment community has not come around to that new type of thinking.